Hi, Heidi here. I've been wanting to modify this coat for a bit. It's made entirely from plastic, basically, so it's not breathable at all. So I always get really overheated whenever I wear it. So I was wanting to make it into a shrug instead, so then I could have the warmth of it, but then it would still be breathable enough that I wouldn't get overheated. My mum actually bought this coat for me, so I have no idea where it's from. I hadn't modified a coat before, but it was fairly easy to work out as I went along. The hood on this zips off, which is a really handy feature. I would prefer that the zip wasn't metal, but you can't really see it when it's on, so I thought I'd just leave it as is. I didn't want to give myself too many things to do, otherwise I'd never get it done. I would have used this zip and shortened it, but it had got really stiff, so I'll have to find something else to do with that. The zip I'm replacing it with is this black plastic one, which I thought went with it a bit better than the metal. When I was thinking about where I wanted to crop it, I decided to just follow the lines of the design here. I was going to do it the same length at the back. During the process, I decided it would look quite cool to have the back design still on it. I didn't get any time-lapse footage as I just wanted to get on and finish it. First thing to do was remove the zip, and then I cut away the excess fabric and left quite a big seam allowance. I didn't leave any seam allowance for the wadding, as I was going to sew the seam right along the edge. I sewed down the outer layer first. I wanted to hand sew it as it was just much easier, and I could do it so there wouldn't be any stitching visible on the outside. I use these metal clips a lot to hold things down and hold things in place, so it's much easier to sew it. After that, I had to cut the lining to the right size so I could sew that in place. I did this bottom seam first to make sure that it was in the centre. Doing all these seams was the most time-consuming part of it. The last thing to do was just to sew in the zip. I found it much easier to do when it was separated. And here it is, all finished. I managed to get this done in about 4 hours over 2 evenings, which was quite good. I'll actually be able to wear it now. It's still very, very warm, despite there being half as much fabric now. The fabric of this is water resistant, so the hood will be very handy to have. Even if I'm not actually wearing the hood on the shrug, I'll probably have it with me, just in case it gets a bit rainy. This was a bit of a shorter video, but I hope you enjoyed it. I like to show slightly more simple transformations like this, as you can drastically change how an item looks, even if it's a simple alteration. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!